Come to you live from Sunshine Coast Startup Week, thanks to Techstars, and I'm here with Rob, Dean of Studies from Glasshouse Christian College.
That's it.
There we go. Haven't done many today. Geez, I'm failing. Mate, tell me about the DeLorean project.
Yeah, well, so we were interested in looking at how education is preparing students for the workforce over the next 10 years and came to the conclusion pretty quickly that our traditional system doesn't do a great job of that. And so how could we actually, within that context, do a better job? And so we pushed our traditional subjects for our Year 10 students. It was the place we had an opportunity to try this. So we pushed their subjects to 4 days a week, and on the fifth day, every Wednesday, for the entire year, they come to a team of 7 of us and basically get a chance to have an idea and see if they can make it come to fruition.
Great.
Yeah.
And so there was a few kids in the lectures theatre just then presenting.
Yeah.
Were they presenting their ideas? Sorry, I missed it. So
Yeah. So they were pitching the ideas that they've been working on for the year. Yeah. So there was 2 of 17 projects that we currently have this year. Yeah.
Awesome. And do they team up, like on these ideas, or is it pretty much a sole road?
No, so we actually focus in the first part of the program on collaboration and the skills that you're going to need to be successful in having an idea and making it happen. And so students actually, they work for about 10 weeks to choose their groups, and we encourage groups of teams of between 3 and 5. Although, as we saw in the pictures in there, there's a few students who've decided to fly solo. But definitely pushing the collaboration and learning through the teamwork. So, yeah.
Great. So what's some of the feedback from the students or even their parents about this program?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Really good once students and parents understand what it is. It's different from the way that we do traditional education. So I think that means that it means it's different, and therefore people don't know whether it's as good or something like that. So I think the feedback has been really good once parents and students understand what it is. Sometimes there's resistance, but culture change is 3 to 5 years, and so we're only in our second year, and we're just starting to feel that there's that wave of change in the air where the feedback we're now getting from parents whose kids haven't come through yet is really positive, and they're looking forward to it. And the feedback from even the Year 9s this year that are going to be going into the program next year, they're talking about it and starting to ask questions. And so I think we're seeing that shift in culture within our school. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So are they sound like passion projects for the kids as well?
Yeah, well that was part of the exploration of this sort of learning, is what happens when you allow students to follow their passions and interests, where you don't determine what the learning is before you start. And so our focus is on the skills, the enterprising skills, 21st century skills, soft skills, whatever you want to call them. That's the focus of the program. The learning they do as far as the content or the knowledge is specific to the passions they follow and the ideas that they generate. So absolutely, passion projects is a great way to describe it.
And obviously, you know, with anything in life, you start to figure out through the course of doing that, you know, the skills that you learn at school, not all of them are going to apply to you. So I imagine that, you know, some of the key subjects that the school teaches, like maths, English, science, are coming through some of those projects, obviously. And any of those projects solving, would I be correct in saying that first?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you see is that students who maybe aren't as successful in those traditional subjects when it's just learning maths, when they see it in the context of their projects, there's no issue with learning maths.
Did you hear that? Yeah. That's sensational.
That's the exciting part.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got, you know, a group of girls that launched their website, operationpajamas.com.au. operationpajamas.com. And they're looking to get pajamas to children in need. And so they've launched an online store. They've got a corporate donation stream. They've got a public donation stream. And as soon as, you know, orders are coming in, they're having to manage those transactions and keep the books. And those, you know, that's a great example of a group of girls who I think in their traditional maths class maybe aren't as keen on maths.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Just come back into the shop, mate. Trying to get away from me. So it sounds like the students are solving some real world problems, some problems worth solving.
Yeah.
Are there any other unique problems?
Well, that's actually the whole goal. So when we ask them to negotiate their learning with us, it's within 3 spheres. So the first is that it has to solve a real world problem. And that problem, as I just gave an example, could be a social justice problem, but it could be a commercial business idea. We had a group last year go, there's the best iPhone case doesn't exist. So what does that look like? We've got a group this year that just presented, and again shows you the passion project side of it, because I know nothing about hospitality in the food industry, but they're looking at solving the issue of food storage in commercial kitchens, in commercial fridges, and have come up with a really innovative way to do that. So, and they've had success. They had success validating in the community. They were close to getting a prototype into a cafe before it sold and changed hands, and they're back to square one. But they're looking for mentoring from local entrepreneurs and people who can help them figure out how to commercialize the idea.
Okay, so if we do a shout out to Sunshine Coast, and you're in the hinterland, I take it you're more in the hinterland. Is that
we're in Beerwah? Yeah, in Beerwah, Glasshouse Mountains. Yep. Yeah,
beautiful. So let's do a shout out to any hospitality companies, cafes, restaurants in the Sunshine Coast region.
Absolutely.
That are looking to solve their food storage problem. Then potentially get in touch with Rob and Glasshouse Christian College.
Yeah.
Is it college? Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
Attention span of a fish. That's fantastic. And get in touch. Potentially you can help solve your own problem as well as help these kids with their startup.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And we've got like I said, 15 other, so Operation Pajamas, Storage Buddy, and 15 other projects where they're trying to achieve similar things. So and the key to our program really in terms of shouting out is actually the networking that we create with the local startup ecosystem and the entrepreneurs and business people that are prepared to give back to the younger generation. By far has been the most significant part of our program, where we can have them come in, partner with specific projects, or just deliver some really good content to kids and encourage them to follow their passions, and I guess get them to realize that they have the ability to achieve some really significant things if we allow them to do that. And I think our system just is so locked down that we don't allow them to follow those passions and try to achieve those things, because it often means something like, I've got to give up university if I want to follow that. And so what we're trying to do is actually not close doors. We're trying to achieve both. Kids who want to go to university have the opportunity to do that, but while they're achieving those goals, they can also do DeLorean Project and have that chance to really develop the skills that will actually make them successful in the future. Yeah.
That's fantastic, Rob.
Yeah.
And look, another easy way to get in touch is to obviously give us a shout out here in the comments on Facebook or any other platforms where you see this. We're on YouTube as well. Just search for Beach City, and we'll be sure to get you in touch with Rob and the team over there.
Yeah, just visit our website, deloreanproject.com.au, and there's a partner page there that you can link in with us and send us a message. We look forward to hearing from you.
We'll make sure we share that out in the comments too. Thanks very much, Rob.
Cheers, mate.